The universal flag is a symbol that represents our global community, transcending differences while honoring the uniqueness and commonality of all people. The universal flag companies have reached out to over 67 countries because half our world, 3 billion people, live on less than $1 a day. Brian D. McClure's mission is to spread this symbol globally to inspire and give hope to people in need. Make a donation today to the people who need it most. Help global empowerment prosper through the Universal Flag Companies and make a donation now. For more information, go to www.universalflag.com. That's universalflag.com.
Good day, and welcome to A Call to Consciousness with author and host Brian McClure. Brian and his guests share their personal stories to empower you in knowing that you too are the difference makers in our world. Now, here's your host, Brian McClure.
Oh, I've been smiling lately, dreaming about.
Hello, this is your host, Brian McClure, and welcome to A Call to Consciousness. This show is brought to you by the Universal Flag Companies. The Universal Flag and symbol represents the oneness of everyone and everything. The end of global poverty will come when each of us remembers the truth of our oneness. When we remember that when any one being suffers, no matter where they are in the world, it has an effect on all of us. Please join the thousands of others around the globe and display your universal flag or symbol. The opportunity to spread the truth of our oneness rests with us. For more information, visit the Universal Flag website at universalflag.org. Tonight we are very pleased to have Linda Drake on as our guest. Linda Drake is an author of Reaching Through the Veil in Order to Heal. She has spoken across the United States to many groups and gives classes, teaches. She is able to channel Abraham, who we're going to talk about tonight. But she didn't start out with the gifts that she has today. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to find out what Linda's story is. And later on in the show, we're going to be taking some call-ins. If you have some questions, if you'd like to talk to some passed-on loved ones or your angels or guides, you have some questions, I'm going to give you the number right now, and we'll give it to you later on when it's time for that. The 800 number is 1-800-314-9735. Linda is a healing psychic medium. Linda, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Brian. It's always a pleasure to be with you.
You know, for those of you who don't know, Linda and I have been doing a show on World Talk Radio for about a year now. And if you went to World Talk Radio, you can listen to the archives. And we're on Thursday mornings at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, worldtalkradio.com. So, Linda, for all of the listeners who don't know, I would love you to give us an introduction into what your life was like prior to being bestowed this great gift.
Well, until about 10 years ago, my life was just about as normal as could possibly be. Now, I had had gifts all of my life and didn't realize what they were. You know, I just had that female intuition. I just kind of knew things, felt things, and that helped me in raising my daughters because I kind of just knew things about when they were, whether it was sneaking out of the house or, you know, whether they were, I was worrying about where they were and their safety. I just kind of knew things and felt things. I did the same thing all through my childhood. I just had feelings about things. But I never saw it as a gift. I never saw it as something unusual. And I kind of played it down throughout my life. But then about 10 years ago, I was in a state in my life where I was dealing with, I had gone through a divorce after an 18-year marriage. I thought my life was over. I just couldn't see a future for myself. And I took on the health issues of fibromyalgia and lupus. And I struggled with these diseases for about 5 years before they figured out, before the doctors even figured out what they were. Before that, we didn't know what they were. I just knew I was very, very ill, and they finally figured out what it was. And so my my only hope was prayer. So I stayed in prayer a lot of the time because it had